Licensure Examination for teachers. Subject: English, General Education, for both elementary and secondary. Question number 1. Which of the following is an example of an informal oral communication context? A. Delivering a research presentation at a conference. B. Giving a valedictorian speech at a graduation ceremony. C. A spontaneous conversation with a friend at a mall. D. A job interview with a school principal. Correct answer: C. A spontaneous conversation with a friend at a mall. Why C is correct? Informal communication is characterized by its relaxed, casual, and unstructured nature. It often happens spontaneously, without a planned agenda. A conversation with a friend fits this description perfectly. Why the wrong answers are wrong: A and B. These are examples of formal communication. They involve a structured setting, a specific purpose, and an expected level of decorum and prepared language. D. A job interview is a highly structured and formal communication setting with a clear objective and a power dynamic. Edge knowledge. Think about the setting in the relationship. If the setting is a classroom, a boardroom, or a stage, it's formal. If the relationship is a peer, a friend, or a family member, it's likely informal. If it's a boss, a committee, or an audience, it's formal. Question number 2. During a presentation, a speaker keeps his hands in his pockets, avoids eye contact, and fidgets with his notes. What message is he most likely communicating through these nonverbal cues? A. Confidence and enthusiasm. B. Sincerity and honesty. C. Disinterest or lack of preparation. D. Assertiveness and authority. Correct answer: C. Disinterest or lack of preparation. Why C is correct? Nonverbal cues like keeping hands in pockets, avoiding eye contact, and fidgeting are generally associated with a lack of confidence, nervousness, or discomfort. In a formal setting, they can signal that the speaker is not fully engaged or prepared. Why the wrong answers are wrong: A and D. Confidence and authority are typically communicated through open gestures, firm posture, and direct eye contact. B. While honesty can be shown through consistent eye contact and open body language, the cues in the question suggest the opposite. Edge knowledge. Your body language is a powerful second language. Think of these nonverbal cues as a code. Closed-off body language, hands in pockets, crossed arms, means a closed-off or nervous mind. Open body language, hands out, direct eye contact, means an open and confident mind. Question number 3. Before giving a speech, a speaker researches her audience's age, educational background, and interests. What principle of public speaking is she applying? A. Audience analysis. B. Topic selection. C. Speech outlining. D. Delivery method. Correct answer: A. Audience analysis. Why A is correct? Audience analysis is the process of gathering and analyzing information about your listeners to adapt your message to their needs, values, and beliefs. By researching their age, background, and interests, the speaker is tailoring her speech to be more effective and relevant to them. Why the wrong answers are wrong: B. Topic selection. This is choosing the subject of the speech, which comes before audience analysis. C. Speech outlining. This is creating the structure of the speech. D. Delivery method. This is choosing how to present the speech, e.g., extemporaneous, impromptu. Edge knowledge. The core of communication is understanding the listener. The word audience in the question is your biggest clue. The moment you see audience and a speaker adapting their content to them, you're looking at audience analysis. Question number 4. You are unexpectedly asked to give a short speech about your favorite hobby. What is the most effective opening for this impromptu speech? A. I'm going to talk about my favorite hobby, which is painting. B. I've been asked to talk about my favorite hobby. This is kind of unexpected, so I hope I do a good job. C. My favorite hobby is painting, and I'd like to share why it's so important to me. D. I didn't prepare a speech, but my favorite hobby is painting. Correct answer: C. My favorite hobby is painting, and I'd like to share why it's so important to me. Why C is correct? An impromptu speech requires a strong, direct opening to immediately grab the audience's attention and state the topic clearly. This opening sentence is concise, confident, and sets the tone for the rest of the speech. Why the wrong answers are wrong: A and D. These openings are weak and show a lack of confidence. The phrase "I'm going to talk about" or "I didn't prepare" makes the speaker sound unsure. B. This opening is negative and apologetic. A good speaker, even in an impromptu situation, avoids apologizing for not being prepared. Edge knowledge. The key to a good impromptu opening is to start strong and sound confident, even if you're not. Avoid apologetic phrases like "I'm not prepared." Get straight to the point and state your topic clearly and with conviction. Question number 5. A motivational speaker is giving a talk to a group of graduating students about the importance of resilience. What is the primary purpose of this speech? A. To inform. B. To entertain. C. To persuade. D. To commemorate. Correct answer. C. To persuade. Why C is correct? A persuasive speech aims to influence the audience's attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors. A motivational speaker is not just giving information, they are trying to convince the students to adopt a certain mindset, the importance of resilience. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. To inform. An informative speech presents facts and information objectively, without trying to change beliefs. B. To entertain. An entertaining speech is designed to amuse or bring joy to the audience. D. To commemorate. A commemorative speech honors a person, event, or institution. Edge knowledge. Think about the goal. If the goal is to get the audience to do something, believe something, or feel a certain way, it's persuasive. If the goal is just to teach them something new, it's informative. If it's to make them laugh or feel happy, it's entertaining. Question number 6. You are about to deliver a speech and you feel your heart pounding and your palms sweating. What is a quick and effective strategy to manage this stage fright? A. Start the speech immediately before you lose your nerve. B. Read from your notes to ensure you don't forget anything. C. Take several deep breaths and briefly pause before you begin. D. Apologize to the audience for being nervous. Correct answer. C. Take several deep breaths and briefly pause before you begin. Why C is correct? Deep breathing is a simple physiological technique that helps to calm the nervous system and slow the heart rate. A brief pause gives you a moment to collect yourself and project a sense of control and composure. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Rushing into a speech can lead to stumbling over words and an overall chaotic delivery. B. Reading from notes makes a speech sound impersonal and can limit your connection with the audience. D. Apologizing for being nervous highlights your weakness and can make the audience feel uncomfortable. Edge knowledge. Stage fright is a physical reaction. The most effective solutions are physical. Your edge is knowing simple physiological tricks. A few deep breaths from your diaphragm will naturally calm you down. It's a simple hack for a common problem. Question number 7. A speaker delivers a prepared speech using only a brief set of notes or a keyword outline, allowing for a conversational and flexible delivery. What type of delivery is this? A. Impromptu. B. Extemporaneous. C. Manuscript. D. Memorized. Correct answer. B. Extemporaneous. Why B is correct? Extemporaneous delivery is a speech that is well rehearsed and planned, but not written out in its entirety. The speaker uses a brief outline or keywords to guide their thoughts, allowing them to sound spontaneous and engage directly with the audience. It's the most common and effective form of delivery. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Impromptu. Delivered with little to no preparation. C. Manuscript. The speech is read word for word from a written text. D. Memorized. The speech is recited from memory. Edge knowledge. Think of a spectrum. Impromptu is on one end, no prep. Memorized and manuscript are on the other end, full prep. Extemporaneous is the perfect balance in the middle. It's prepared but flexible, which is the most desirable delivery style. The phrase brief set of notes is the key. Question number 8. A teacher is giving instructions to her students, but the classroom is very noisy due to construction outside. The students are having a hard time understanding her. What is the primary communication barrier in this scenario? A. Semantic barrier. B. Psychological barrier. C. Physical barrier. D. Cultural barrier. Correct answer. C. Physical barrier. Why C is correct? A physical barrier to communication is a tangible obstacle in the environment that prevents a message from being received clearly. The noise from the construction is a literal, physical sound that is a barrier to the students hearing the instructions. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A. Semantic barrier. This occurs due to a misunderstanding of words or jargon. The student's problem is not understanding the words but hearing them. B. Psychological barrier. This is due to a person's mental state, such as stress, a lack of attention, or bias. D. Cultural barrier. This is a misunderstanding due to different cultural norms or values. Edge knowledge. The word physical is your clue. If the barrier is something you can see, hear, or touch, like noise, a closed door, or poor signal, it's a physical barrier. If it's in the mind, it's psychological. If it's about language, it's semantic. Question number 9. What is the role of feedback in the communication process? A. It is the message being sent by the sender. B. It is the channel used to transmit the message. C. It is the receiver's response to the message, which informs the sender if the message was understood. D. It is a barrier that prevents effective communication. Correct answer. C. It is the receiver's response to the message, which informs the sender if the message was understood. Why C is correct. Feedback is the vital final step in the communication loop. It is the receiver's response that tells the sender whether the message was decoded and understood as intended. It makes communication a two-way street, not just a one-way flow of information. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A. This is the message. B. This is the channel, e.g., airwaves, a letter, a text message. D. Feedback is the opposite of a barrier. It helps to overcome barriers and ensures the message is clear. Edge knowledge. Think of a communication loop. A message goes from a sender to a receiver. But for the loop to be complete, a response, feedback, must go back from the receiver to the sender. This simple mental model helps you understand that feedback is what makes communication a true back-and-forth process. Question number 10. You are outlining a speech about the benefits of recycling. Which of the following is the most logical order of ideas for your main body? A. Benefits of recycling, types of recyclable materials, how to start recycling at home. B. How to start recycling at home, types of recyclable materials, benefits of recycling. C. Types of recyclable materials, how to start recycling at home, benefits of recycling. D. Benefits of recycling, how to start recycling at home, types of recyclable materials. Correct answer. A. Benefits of recycling, types of recyclable materials, how to start recycling at home. Why A is correct. A logical speech progression should start with a broad, foundational concept and then move to more specific, actionable steps. 1. Benefits of recycling. This answers the why question for your audience, providing the motivation to listen. 2. Types of recyclable materials. This provides the necessary knowledge to act on the motivation. 3. How to start recycling at home. This provides the practical, actionable steps for the audience. Why the wrong answers are wrong. B and C. These orders are illogical. It doesn't make sense to tell someone how to do something or what the parts are before you've convinced them why they should do it. D. This order jumps between a broad concept and a specific action before explaining the details, which is confusing for the audience. Edge knowledge. Think of your speech as a journey. You need to take your audience on a logical trip. Start by establishing a destination, why it's important. Then, give them the tools to get there, what you need to know. Finally, give them the map, here's how to do it. This simple narrative structure is the secret to a well-organized speech. If this video gave you an edge, sharpen that like button and subscribe to stay ahead.